One of the few guarantees we have in life is adversity. It doesn't matter what type of adversity we face or how big or how small that adversity we face is. What matters is the attitude that we bring to the table that will help us overcome that adversity and overcome anything in life. So when people ask me about my time in the military, I sum it up as nearly 10 years of really good times and one really bad day. As we rounded that corner, I remember hearing this metallic plink and this loud whooshing sound. I was quite certain that that's where my life was going to end. They loaded me into the helicopter and we got up in the air, and I remember the flight nurse saying, "John, I need to know your social security number." I thought, great, I'm going to die. They want to open up a credit card real quick, right? And that's the last thing I remember till I woke up 8 days later at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C. And I woke up to an unfamiliar woman's voice saying, John, do you know where you're at?" So it's just like college. And and she had that look on her face. She really didn't have to say a word, but she told me two of my best friends, Corey Risted from Red Lake Falls, Minnesota, and Brian McDonough from Maplewood, Minnesota, had both been killed in the blast. For me, that was absolute rock bottom. That is the lowest I've ever felt in my entire life. But that is the moment that I truly began living my life. Because I realized at that moment, regardless of my injuries, regardless if I was going to walk again, regardless of the road to recovery ahead of me, it'd be pretty crappy and selfish of me to sit there and feel sorry for myself when I got a second chance at life that two of my best friends did not get. And I made a promise from that minute forward that I was going to make the best out of every minute I have left on this planet. And that's precisely what I've tried to do. On those days, when you know what's bothering you, talk about it. The key is to not let a bad day turn into a bad week, a bad month, or bad year, right? That's on us then. With a positive attitude, a sense of humor, the ability to laugh at yourself, you can look back at that adversity and learn from it. And I know I can spend every minute of every day for the rest of my life looking back on December 2nd, wishing Corey and Brian were still alive today, wishing I had legs. It is over and done with, and I have no control over it. But what I do have control over is my attitude today and my attitude moving forward. It's up to me to make today great. As crazy as it sounds, I'm happier now than I've ever been in my entire life. And that's because I appreciate life. I get up in the morning, I hop into the shower literally, I take my shower, then I get out, I put my pants on my legs, and I put my legs on, just like you all do, right? Today is a gift, tomorrow's never promised. It's up to us to make today great. Life is good. Life is so darn good. Before all this happened, the very worst day of my life was January 17, 1999. A gentleman named Gary Anderson missed a field goal that would put the Vikings in the Super Bowl. I remember walking up the stairs and looking to the right and seeing my dad in his chair. We were crushed. We were devastated. We didn't think the sun was going to come up the next day, but it did. And when I woke up at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, realized two of my best friends had been killed, and I had this crazy recovery ahead of me, I didn't think the sun was going to come up again either. But it did. It has many times since, and it will again tomorrow.